Hi everyone! Today I will be testing out the new COVERGIRL VITALIST Elixir foundation. So this is a brand new drugstore foundation that COVERGIRL just launched. I purchased the shade Buff Beige, which is a lighter shade with yellow undertones. So the shade that I purchased is probably a little light for my skin considering we're going into the summer. But historically, COVERGIRL foundations have always oxidized quite dark onto my skin, so we're going to go with this shade and see what happens. So here's the description on Ulta's website. COVERGIRL's Vitalist Healthy Elixir Foundation has a vitamin-infused formula with a special antioxidant and vitamin complex. Finally, a hydrating formula for beautiful, buildable coverage that glides on smoothly for a flawless look. This special antioxidant and vitamin complex plus SPF work together to make your skin look healthy all day long. I'm a little concerned because there are already 2 reviews on Ulta's website, one of which is extremely positive, and then one extremely negative. According to this review, it changes 2 shades darker on your skin. Okay, so hopefully I bought the right shade and that doesn't happen, but we'll see. So those are the claims on Ulta's website. I'm just going to go to COVERGIRL's website and see if they have anything else to add. Unfortunately, there's not much more information on COVERGIRL's website. Here's what they have to say. Discover healthy looking skin bottled. New Vitalist Healthy Elixir Foundation is infused with vitamin E, B3, B5 plus SPF 20 for correction, protection, and perfection all in one. This full coverage foundation makes skin glow with a healthy look from inside out. So other than the claims of a healthy glow and infused with vitamins, the claims are a little vague. The website really doesn't give a lot of detail. So if you want to know what I think of the new COVERGIRL Vitalist Healthy Elixir Foundation, don't go anywhere, just keep watching. We're going to be trying out our new face primer this morning too. This is the e.l.f. Hydrating Face Primer. Sorry, we're backwards. It's very, I don't know, it's kind of similar to the Smashbox, strangely enough. It's very silicone-y, if that makes sense. So we're going to do this half of my face with the sponge and this half with the brush. And in this case, I am using another IT Cosmetics brush. I think it's the Heavenly Luxe foundation brush. So this is the packaging. It comes with a pump, which I like. And oh my god, you have to twist the pump. So, whoa. I can't pinpoint that scent. It kind of smells like old perfume. You know, that very floral, old school. Wow, the consistency is really, wow, that's heavy. Oh my god, that's thick. All right, we're gonna have to thin that. The coverage on this is amazing. Holy crap. It's about the same coverage as my CC cream. That's amazing. I don't know if you can see this. This is just one layer with the brush. It's definitely a heavier foundation, but it's not looking cakey at all. I'm going to try the other half with the sponge and we'll see if we need to finish up with the brush or what the deal is. The color is a little bit lighter than I thought it would be. I'm glad I didn't go any lighter than this. But it does have an SPF of 20 in it, which usually means I can count on it darkening on my skin just a little bit. So I'm not too worried right now. You know, quite honestly, I think I like the sponge better, so I'm just gonna go over this just to smooth it out a bit. Yeah, for me, the coverage definitely looks better with the sponge. So with one layer on my face, this is about medium coverage, but I think you could get pretty close to full coverage if you wanted to put another layer on. I don't know. Here's the deal though. After looking closer at my face, I'm looking on this side that I did with the brush and I have no visible, I don't really have big pores as it is, but on this side, there's this area where it's like there's this weird texture thing happening right in here that I've never seen with foundation before. Oh, now I'm debating whether or not I should go in and do another layer. It looks like it's sitting on my skin in some weird areas and it's magnifying right here. So I'm debating whether or not to do another layer with the sponge. All right, I will take my chances. I'm gonna put a little bit more. My forehead is looking fine. There's no texture up there. It's just right in here. There's this area where it's like part of it is clinging to my skin in a weird area. We're gonna try a wee bit more. Be afraid, be very afraid. All right, that seems a bit better. I don't know, guys. This might be a foundation fail. So I tried to blend this out the best I can, but it's not looking too good up close. The thing is, I have dry skin, so I don't know why it's doing this. So if it's doing it on my skin, I don't know what's gonna happen when you get it on somebody's skin who is more combo or oily, but it's already starting. It's like it refuses to, it's breaking up in the inner corners of my nose here, right? Sorry, we're backwards. Right along in here, it's like there's this big patch that refuses to be covered up, and then right along here, it's all streaky, and right in here, it doesn't want to blend out. I don't know what's going on. And it's doing it on the other side, right in there. And I take that part about my forehead back. It's now starting to look really textured up there. Around my eyes is probably the only good thing about this foundation so far. There's no creasing and there's no settling into fine lines. However, I haven't put any concealer on yet, so we'll see. Around my nose, I'm getting like a foundation mustache. Getting a foundation mustache. God. I was so excited about this foundation too. All right, the day's not over yet, so we'll try and make the best of this. And I just dropped my toothbrush into the kitty litter. This day can only get worse. Alrighty. Even my chin is textured. Like, I don't know if any of you guys can see this. I don't want to get too close because that's like an extreme close-up of my chin. But, I mean, I can see even texture on there. Like, this is not good, guys. And there's even some texture along here I didn't even notice. So that's how it's looking so far. It's not looking too good. But I'm gonna go put on the rest of my makeup and I will be right back. So the time check is 10:55. We're getting a bit of a late start today. I don't even know where to begin with the bad stuff. I don't know if you can tell in this light the tone of my skin, but I am bright orange. I am orange. Let's get it really close. Like you could see the line going around my neck there. That's my neck, that's the foundation. We used to be the same color. When I first put this on my skin, I was actually concerned that this was too light. I am bright freaking orange right now. We're talking like self-tanner orange, Oompa Loompa orange. So the color oxidized is horrible. I mean, I could have probably even gone a shade lighter than this, but who knows? It might have had the same effect. It could have probably turned orange on me as well. Who knows? There is texture all over my face. There's like all along my forehead, the texture is magnified. All along in here, there is wicked texture. This area here is all dry. Overall, it is not sitting on my skin well. There's this area here, like I have teeny tiny pores, but this area right in here and right in here looks like polka dot pores. Even up in here, it's like it just refuses to blend into my skin. I have this area up here where I have an old chicken pox scar. Right here, you can see I have a little dent in my forehead there. I have never had an issue with the foundation clinging to that old scar, except now. And I didn't even notice it until I went into my bedroom to see how this was looking in natural light. And I thought, what on earth is that on my forehead? And I realized that this foundation was not clinging to this scar. This area over here is all dry too. Just basically this whole cheek area. So this foundation for dry skin is not looking too good right now. The only positives I have to say about it are the coverage is really nice. It might be better for different skin types. Definitely doesn't look good for dry skin though. Yeah, although it's not caking this area here, it's awful looking. Yeah, it just doesn't want to cling to the skin in here at all. It's just, I don't know, it's not a good look. It's textured and it's patchy and it's orange. So I didn't set out for this to be a negative review before it even started, but this is not looking good. However, I mean, the whole point is to wear this throughout the day and see what the results are. So yeah, I mean, I can't get any more textured, I hope. I'm just hoping I don't get any more orange. Alrighty, so I am, oh God, I have to run up to my mother's looking like this. And my mother has no filter. So I will check in with you guys in 5 hours and I will let you know how this foundation is wearing throughout the day. So the time check is 4:03. The foundation has been on my face for 5 hours now. You know, normally I start with the positives and work my way to the negatives, but the problem is there aren't that very many positives to talk about. The only positive that I can see right off the top of my head is it hasn't caked at all. So one positive, let's just move right on to the negatives. This so far has been a foundation fail, and I think one of the reasons why I'm so irritated by this is because it's a new foundation and I was so excited about trying something new that hadn't been on the shelves for very long, but it's been one disaster after another. Let's start with the color. Just when I didn't think I could get any more orange, you can see right around here. That's my natural skin tone. That's where the foundation ends, right where that line is going across my neck. I don't understand it. I don't understand what's causing this. It's just not an attractive look. I don't know what's going on with the color. I mean, when I first applied it in the morning, I was actually nervous that it would be too light, and now it's like 3 to 4 shades too dark and orange. So the texture of it is still awful. I mean, there's this weird polka dot texture going across my cheeks in there, and again across my forehead and right down here into my T-zone. Maybe it's because of the orange shade, but I'm finding that the lines around my eyes are really magnified. Before it was just polka dot pore things. Now it's actually starting to cake in the inner corners, which that's something that I'm not used to happening. Ugh, it just looks bad. So this area right around my chin is super dry. All right, guys. So I think I've bashed this foundation enough for now. I'll be back in 5 hours to probably bash it some more. Anything that possibly have gone wrong with this foundation has gone wrong. Turn me bright orange. I'm textured along my forehead and along my chin. I'm dry. I have polka dot pores here. It's caking in the inner corners of my nose. It's accentuating fine lines because I'm orange. Yeah. We still have 5 hours to go. That was an attractive face. All right, that was my 5-hour check-in, my friends. I will be back in another 5 hours to let you know how this orange concoction is holding up on my skin. So the time check is 9:02. The foundation has been on my face for 10 hours. Oh God, I can't help but laugh at how bad this foundation is. So I don't even know where to begin. I mean, I think we all know where this review is going, so I should probably go out of my way to say something positive about this foundation. The coverage was pretty good. It applied very thick onto the skin, and unfortunately, it has some serious longevity. It is still going strong. Maybe it could possibly be an excellent foundation for someone who has oily skin, but not for dry. Not for dry. I put on a moisturizer, I applied a primer, and it's just a big dry disaster and a half on my face. If you are thinking about buying this foundation, you may want to consider purchasing a shade at least 2 to 3 shades lighter than your skin tone, which I know sounds really weird. So you all know from the beginning of the day it started to turn orange, and then by the time the 5-hour mark rolled around, it was really orange. Like unwearable orange. And I don't know if it's coming across in this lighting or not, but I am still really dark and not in an attractive way. And just out of curiosity, I started looking on other websites to see what the other reviews were like. And although there's not very many out there right now, the complaints are pretty much the same, that the color is just bad. So besides the orange, there's a lot else going on in my skin. Right in here, that polka dot pore effect, like just along my T-zone and along the edges of my cheeks, it's awful. The texture is just so bad. I can't remember the last time I've seen a foundation do that on my skin. Right throughout here is bone dry. Again, I mean, I put a moisturizer on my face and a moisturizing primer. There's no reason that this should have happened. I think what's really frustrating about this whole experience is I was excited about testing out a new foundation, but when you check their website, there's not a lot of information that's being offered. They don't say what skin types the foundation is for. They don't say what kind of finish the foundation is. They don't say whether it's a dewy finish or it's a matte finish. All they say on their website is that it's a full coverage foundation that will make your skin glow. It's making my skin glow all right, just not in the way I want it to. So basically, to sum up, I'm orange. My skin is dry completely. I have rough texture everywhere, and I have like cakey bits inside my nose. So those are my thoughts on the new CoverGirl Healthy Elixir Foundation. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, even though it was a little bit more of a negative tone. If you did, please give it a thumbs up or consider subscribing if you haven't already, and I will see you in my next video.